Thank you all for coming. It's awfully nice looking out into the crowd and not only seeing a lot of the local media guys that covered my racing career and all the events we've done since then, and that I see a lot of friends and family, and I hope I don't choke up here. But yeah, I mean, as you guys know, that over the last couple of months, a lot's been publicized since Formula One announced that Austin had won the hosting rights for the United States Grand Prix, and there's been speculation out there that, you know, because I took an old adage that most Texans are proud of, and that is to just go walk the talk instead of talking the walk. And so we stayed quiet about it. We didn't see that there was any purpose in sending rumors out there, as you heard over the last 2 or 3 years of other locations. Instead, wanted to make sure that we actually were the best location for the United States Grand Prix. And our local media as the location, that was something that we had already been working on for at least 1.5 years. And so we're excited that, you know, we're going to share that with y'all, even though it was already reported in today's paper. The first year. But as this started to gain traction and the people I was talking with realized that it was serious and that we had a legitimate shot of landing one of the greatest sporting events in the world, we started being able to assemble a really world-class team. Because at that time there were 3 or 4 groups that were really interested in being a part of it. I thought about 5 minutes and I said my dream would be for it to be the McCombs group. There isn't anyone that's more respected in the state of Texas, arguably one of the most respected business people, entertainment, and sports legends than Red McCombs. And to give you a little history, what makes this especially sweet is that 21 years ago, sorry, I'm getting a little choked up. 21 years ago, one of Mr. McCombs' car dealerships was my very first sponsor. So to go over 2 decades and come full circle and now to be a partner is just an awesome and a great honor.
And Barty asked me to bring to all of you interested in this program here that he really was excited about handing us off to Tavo, because he said, I've known Tavo since he was a kid, and he said he just lives this business. So we do have a great connection there, and there were a lot of people in the entertainment and sporting world that raised an eyebrow when it was announced that the races from 2012 through the next 10 years would be staged in Texas and in the Austin area. We have understood, we've been working with Tavo and Bobby and his investment group for the last 6 or 7 weeks. We have learned what they have done to get this up to this point. I foresee in time that we'll have laboratories on this side. We'll be testing the human will, and we'll be testing the human endurance, and we'll be testing a lot of things. I see that we will have laboratories that will be conducting all sorts of experiments that lead to a better life for people in all different fields. And I see that we're going to have other activities involving competition.
When we talked about incorporating and involving the designers and engineers, in Austin we've always been respectful of the environment. We've always been very careful. And I'm not talking about the people that have come to Austin in the last 10 years. I'm talking about people like my family that's been here since 1930. So true Austinites. I mean, I do remember throwing mud balls at the caboose on Mopac when Mopac was a dirt road. we have always protected that. Well, the reason that there's been some criticism to Tilke, our German engineers, and by the way, we have a lot of local engineers as well that are working together. But not only are Tilke the premier builders of these facilities around the world, but more importantly, because of their German heritage, because they have refurbished and built the two world-class facilities in Hockenheim and the Nürburgring, which are arguably the two most environmentally sensitive places in all of Europe, the Rhine Valley and the Eiffel Forest. Surely, Southeast Austin, as careful as we will be, does not have the sensitivity that the Eiffel Forest does. So we incorporate Tilke, whose standards, German standards, for green building, for wetlands, everything is state-of-the-art. What we've seen that they've come up with is going to be something that everyone is super proud of here. And Red did allude, of course, there's a lot more in the works than just the Formula One Grand Prix. This facility is going to be a world-class, multi-purpose facility. And that was one of the big things also with Formula One that Bernie understood. Be a research and development facility that we are going to totally involve an education component, an initiative component, which, besides all the temporary jobs and permanent jobs that the facility is going to bring, the bigger thing, if we do our jobs correctly, and we're all committed to, is that 10 or 12 years from now, people will drive by this place and not say, that's where the U.S. Grand Prix is held. They'll say, that's that incredible research and development facility that, oh, by the way, they also hold the Formula One United States Grand Prix. So this is a lot more than just a race. This is talking about hosting one of the great true treasures in the world of sports events. I've been privileged enough to receive 7 or 8 very significant letters and phone calls from heads of state from other parts of the world, and who of course wants to speak to Red as well, congratulating us and Austin on this, because this really puts us on a global stage. But I do want to make clear that our statements as a group 2 months ago of that we were ready to go and that everything was in place was accurate. And we have not been spending money any less. We've been spending money at an incredibly high burn rate for the past 18 months. The truth of the matter is that for us as a group, the ideal group to be a primary partner is Red McCombs. Their experience in sports, entertainment, and business, education, their relationship with the University of Texas, although we're lucky enough to have a good relationship with UT and A&M as well. But those are the key reasons that make this just an awesome team that we're hoping to make everyone really proud. So, thank you.